Hello and welcome back to Fitness Corridor. Thyroid disorders have become one of the most common health concerns in today's time. Thyroid gland is an endocrine gland and it is butterfly shaped, located in the front of our neck, and it acts like a furnace of the body. When thyroid gland functions well, then it breaks down the food properly, it controls our metabolism, etc. But if this thyroid gland is not functioning properly, the hormone, which is thyroxine hormone, is either produced in larger quantity or lesser quantity. If it is produced in larger quantity, it leads to a condition called hyperthyroidism, and if produced in lesser quantity, it leads to hypothyroidism. In hypothyroidism, there are symptoms like weight gain, fatigue, dryness of skin, hair, puffy face. Then you have constipation, and women suffer a lot of menstrual cycle problems. So if you practice certain yoga postures, which I'm showing you in this video, then the thyroid gland will get stimulated and will release the correct amount of hormone, and this will help you in controlling your hypothyroidism. One important tip I want to give you here is, if you can do these asanas along with Ujjayi Pranayam, then it will be more beneficial because it will stimulate your thyroid gland even more. And I am sharing the link of Ujjayi Pranayam, which I have posted before, in the description. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Let's begin by warming up our body and our neck region. Stand with feet hip-width distance apart and inhale, taking both hands up. Exhale and bring your right hand in front and left hand back, gazing over the left shoulder. Repeat this on the other side. Each time, inhale and lengthen upwards and exhale and fold, taking alternate hands in front. Do 5 such rounds and the shoulders, hands, chest and the entire area around the neck gets active after this stretch. The second warm up, stand feet more than hip width apart, take both hands out, raising the chest, gently taking your head behind, stretching the neck. Exhale and give yourself a big hug, bring your chin to the chest. Just 5 rounds of this will make the entire region around your thyroid active. It will strengthen and stretch the neck area. After warming up the thyroid area, let's move to the asanas for thyroid gland. Inhale, take a gentle back bend. Exhale, fold forward, bring your hands down. Walk your legs back. Rest your abdomen on the mat. Prepare for Bhujangasana. Hands by the side of the chest. Inhale and lift the upper body up. If you are comfortable, then stretch your neck area and drop your head back. Exhale and release. Repeat this 3 to 4 times. Each time coming up in Bhujang and exhaling, lowering your head down. After 3 to 4 rounds, attempt Triyaka Bhujang, inhaling up and exhaling, looking over your right shoulder behind to your left heel, exhaling down. Inhaling up, looking over your left shoulder to your right heel and exhaling down. The entire practice of Bhujang and Triyaka Bhujang will improve circulation and energy flow around the thyroid area and strengthen it. After doing Bhujangasana, relax the spine, sitting behind in a child's pose stretch. The next asana for thyroid is Ustrasana.
Before you do the full pose, try placing your hands behind in Vajrasana, lifting your chest and releasing your head behind. You can even place 2 blocks and place your hands on the blocks, opening your chest area, releasing your head behind. For Ustrasana, fold the mat halfway and place your knees on the folded mat. Coming on your knees, take your right hand to your right heel and bring your left hand up and back. If comfortable, then bring your left hand to your left heel. Close your mouth and stay there, breathing with your nose. Take 5 deep breaths. As you release, release one hand and then the other. Repeat this with the left hand going first to the left heel and then the right. Ustrasana is a very important asana which targets the neck and improves blood circulation in the entire thyroid gland. Once you do Ustrasana, relax the spine, taking a child's pose stretch. Release the child's pose and then, placing the knees on the folded mat, take your right leg in front. Bring the right knee over the right ankle and interlock hands. Bring them up and back, releasing the head behind into Anjaneyasana. In case you feel unbalanced doing this, then take support of 2 blocks or use the support of a wall and do the stretch. This deep stretch of the neck with a gentle throw of the head backwards stretches the muscle close to the thyroid and activates and stimulates it. Don't forget to repeat it with the left leg in front. Relax the spine once again, taking a child's pose stretch. And then lie down on the mat with your back on the mat and prepare for the next pose, Sarvang Asana. For Sarvang Asana, in one movement, try to lift your legs and bring your hips off the mat. Keep your legs straight, toes pointed, and let your chin press towards the chest. You can even do Sarvang Asana with the wall support. This asana releases the blood into the neck and helps in nourishing the thyroid gland, reversing the symptoms of hypothyroidism. Slowly take your legs behind into plow pose or halasana. You can even place the legs on a stool. Halasana gives compression to the neck and thereby stimulates the thyroid gland. Space out the legs and slowly move to halasana with open legs. When you are releasing halasana, remember to release your spine slowly, vertebra by vertebra, or go back to Sarvang and release your legs. The next pose is Matsya Asana, and this provides gentle healing suited to the needs of thyroid patients. With the support of your elbows, lift the crown of your head onto the mat, close your mouth and breathe deeply with your nose. This asana helps in relaxing the mind and preventing mood swings and depression which thyroid patients go through. Matsya Asana can also be done with a variation by lifting the legs up and then elevating the head. The last pose is Shavasana. This asana encourages complete relaxation of mind and body and helps to unwind and de-stress. Lie down for at least 3 to 4 minutes in Shavasana and practice Ujjayi breathing.
So besides doing these asanas, you must also take care of what you eat if you suffer from hypothyroidism. Like you should be having a lot of fiber in your diet, you should be having fresh fruits and vegetables, limit vegetables like broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower. You must avoid a lot of spicy food and limit your non-veg, and also drink plenty of water. So hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, share and comment on this video, and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so, and press the bell icon to receive notifications each time I post a new video. Stay inspired, stay fit, stay safe. See you again soon. Namaste.